The stage was set, not in a formal briefing room but in the impromptu arena of a media scrum. Here, President Donald Trump, a master of the unfiltered statement, let his frustrations fly. "I'm not happy with Boeing," he declared in February, his words cutting through the usual political noise. This wasn't just a fleeting comment, it was a direct shot at an American industrial giant. He had been stewing for days, his anger simmering over the seemingly endless delays plaguing the next generation of Air Force One. The iconic sky blue and white jets, symbols of American power, were stuck in a quagmire of production woes. Boeing was grappling with a perfect storm of internal turmoil, stemming from a deeply fractured relationship with its workforce. The company had become reliant on what it termed shadow factories, sprawling facilities where newly assembled planes were sent to be fixed. Instead of rolling off the assembly line ready for delivery, planes were diverted to these rework areas where mechanics would correct flaws. In St. Louis, Missouri, the company's defense division was teetering on the brink of a major labor strike. Union members had overwhelmingly rejected the company's contract offer, threatening to paralyze vital operations. The company had recently emerged from a crippling 2-month strike involving over 33,000 employees. Trump understood the power of his platform, and he used it to publicly shame a contractor he felt was failing the nation. CEO Kelly Ortberg would later acknowledge, "The president's clearly not happy with the delivery timing. I think he's made that well known." The public airing of grievances transformed an internal scheduling issue into a full-blown crisis for the company. Air Force One is not just an aircraft, it is a potent symbol of American influence and the reach of the presidency. The current fleet, in service since the Bush administration, is aging, with rising maintenance costs and potential vulnerabilities. The idea of flying in a jet becoming technologically obsolete likely chafed at his brand-conscious sensibilities. As Boeing struggled, a surprising figure entered the narrative: Elon Musk, CEO of Tesla and SpaceX. Known for his disruptive approach to manufacturing, Musk was brought in to consult on the beleaguered Air Force One project. Boeing CEO Ortberg revealed that Musk was actually helping us a lot, a stunning admission highlighting the company's desperation. Musk's role was to help Boeing work through the complex requirements, identifying non-value-added constraints causing delays. This collaboration was unconventional, a titan of the military-industrial complex turning to a new-age tech icon for advice. With Boeing's timeline stretching further into the future, President Trump's frustration boiled over into action. The Trump administration initiated the process of procuring a jet from Qatar to serve as an interim solution. The administration moved to acquire the $400 million jet, sending a clear message to Boeing. Procuring a plane from a foreign government to serve as potential Air Force One was unprecedented. For Boeing, the Qatar Gambit was a potential financial and reputational catastrophe, threatening their presidential fleet monopoly. President Trump's public feud with Boeing quickly erupted into a full-blown national news story. Every presidential tweet and remark was amplified across cable news, online media, and newspaper headlines. Boeing's struggles were debated in living rooms across America, turning complex procurement into relatable customer service failure. This constant media scrutiny was devastating for Boeing's public image, portraying them as unable to fulfill their most solemn promise. By making the dispute public, Trump rallied public opinion to his side and backed Boeing into a corner. The cumulative effect of presidential pressure, internal chaos, and public scrutiny left Boeing in a state of siege. The company that once stood as an untouchable titan now appeared vulnerable and beleaguered. Financially, the repercussions were severe, with a 31% drop in commercial deliveries representing billions in lost revenue. The company was fighting wars on multiple fronts, with the White House, with its own unions, and with the public. Boeing was forced into a position of humility, replacing industry leader swagger with defensive posture. As of today, the future of the Air Force One project remains clouded by uncertainty. While Boeing has recommitted to the program, the timeline for delivery is still subject to intense negotiation. The Qatar jet remains a card in the government's hand, a persistent reminder that alternatives are on the table. Boeing's path forward is fraught with challenges: reforming production, stabilizing workforce, and restoring quality control. While the new Air Force One will eventually take to the skies, the turbulence surrounding its creation will leave a lasting legacy. The journey to restore the plane and the company's prestige is still far from over.